Good morning. Welcome to today's video. We're going to be watching Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 6. Sorry about last week. I was out of town last weekend, so I didn't have a chance to record or get anything put out there for any of my videos. So definitely want to get back into this. We'll try to make this happen. I am excited to see what happens. There's been a lot going on, and so it'll be interesting to see, how things are going to wrap up for this season. A couple things to mention. I did get a new webcam. I feel like the quality is almost worse than my old one. So let me know if I need to switch back to my old one, or maybe those of you that are tech savvy can help. Maybe there's settings on it. I feel like it's a little blurry. And part of it, I think, is because I have it zoomed in, because otherwise it was showing like a large portion of my room, which I just think is unnecessary. But I don't feel like the quality is necessarily the best. It's only a 2K, which supposedly is better than 720, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's necessarily the best quality. So we'll try it out for this video. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I can switch back to my old one. I've got it sitting over here. I don't know if this is better or worse. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into this here. Leave a like if you're excited. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. Sorry for the lack of videos. But hopefully this will be a good episode and we'll enjoy it. Game of Thrones.
The more wood, the bigger the fire.
It needs to breathe. Take off that big lock.
Okay. Doesn't happen that quick with fire. But she's right. It does need to breathe. That's funny how quickly the magic of filming, the fire just boom. That's really funny. Hopefully the wood's not wet. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully that's funny.
So I wore the robes, and every now and then I'd recite the prayers. It's just for show. A spectacle for the locals. Until the mountain driver lines.
It is really amazing how he can bring him back from the dead. I mean, I know he says it's the Lord, the Lord of Light that's bringing him back, which, I mean, makes sense, but that is a lot of power. That is crazy that's happening, It's crazy to think about, so.
You're a witch. You're going to hurt him. I see a darkness in you.
She is a witch, and she is going to hurt him. She sees a darkness in her, eh? Oh, man, I wish Arya could do something about that. I don't know. I don't trust this lady at all. Lord of Light, I don't know. I'm just not so certain about this. I'm not a fan of heights. I would not do well climbing an ice wall. I wouldn't do well climbing any wall, especially with no rope to catch me if I fall, Man, what a journey. What a crazy journey. That's crazy.
Your daddy was mean to you? Your Starks didn't appreciate you? One good bit, though. The Stark boys. They're still alive. Wouldn't that be a hunt to remember? You failed, but I'm a better hunter than you.
Man, I mean, this guy's brutal, but I'm almost amused by it. You know, "Oh, your daddy didn't like you." It's almost funny. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible, but it's kind of funny too. I don't know.
Yes. Now, where? Blasters! Do I look like a fucking umber to you? Carl.
I betrayed Rob. That's why you're torturing me.
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting. That was hard to watch. I know it's just his pinky, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Both of them are doing a great job acting. It's torturous. It is a torture scene, so.
I'm afraid I am. Everything I told you was a lie. This isn't happening to you for a reason. Well, one reason. I enjoy it.
Please, go off! Go off! Go off!
I win.
Thank you for riding here so quickly.
Oh, that was brutal. Oh, that was brutal. That was very brutal. I win.
I know travel.
And his recent experience has made him wary of long engagements.
He has every right to be. Please excuse us while we discuss it.
What are they wearing on their heads? It looks like bonnets. I mean, I'm sure it's leather, but it just looks like leather bonnets. I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting.
To your wife.
I have a war to fight. We can't win it without them. I have no time to haggle. You said you wanted to make amends for the stone mill.
You recall that heroic engagement?
I had something less permanent in mind.
I've won every battle, but I'm losing this war.
Okay, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like he promised to marry one of his daughters. He backs out, and now he expects this other guy to marry one of his daughters. Not the king that is not fair. Well, the king of the north is the one that's not fair. Mr. Stark there. That's not fair. Like, why are you expecting somebody else to do what you refuse to do yourself? I don't know. I mean, I realize they're at war and they don't have a lot of options, but it's just not fair.
If we don't do this and do it now, we're lost.
I'll marry her.
You're paying for my sins, Uncle. It's not fair, all right. I'll remember it.
Well, damn. I don't know what's going to happen, but Holy cow, my worst fears are coming true. not that she's fallen, but I mean just the icy wall and it's falling apart. This is not good. Not good at all. You wouldn't catch me up there. Oh boy.
Take my hand!
That's wonderful, Pin.
Boy, that's frightening. Very frightening. Wow. I'm glad they both lived, but I wasn't expecting that. I mean, cut them loose. I mean, I guess you didn't have much option, you know. You didn't want to fall too, but holy cow. It was almost like he wanted to kill Jon Snow and her. He didn't seem too happy they survived. Man, that's tough. Ugh.
Really?
He has to tell Sansa in front of his girlfriend? Jeez, that's not good. Poor Tyrone. Tyrone? That's why I'm calling him the Imp, because I can't say his name. Tyrone. Man. Poor guy. It's not his fault. His dad. I don't know, man.
This is a ladder. Many who try to climb it fail, never get to try again. The fall breaks them.
Whoa. Whoa, I didn't think it was going to be King Joffrey. I knew she was dead when they started talking, but I didn't think it would be King Joffrey. Wow. What a messed up kid. Terrible. What a terrible king. Wow. Oh, jeez. This has been a brutal episode. Oh, jeez. Wow. Do only four of them make it? Wow. Incredible. I'll wrap up my thoughts and let you know what I think. Alright, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'm sorry for a couple things. Well, I'm not necessarily sorry for one of them. The mic, if you probably noticed, I had a little bit of trouble with the mic. I think my webcam was picking up as well as my mic down here. And so there was just this echo, or it was picking up my mic and then replaying it through my headset. I'm not sure what was going on with that. I think I fixed it. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean for that to happen. It really upset me because, you know, you guys haven't had a video in so long, and then I just don't even get one out. And then when I do, it's just filled with errors and issues, and I feel like the mic qualities or the camera quality is not that great, but then I'm also not sure. Maybe it's just more the color, because I don't think I look this pink. I think it's just the walls and the lighting. So I can go back to my old camera. That's not an issue. I've got it sitting right over here. Let me know which is better, or if you know of any tips and tricks on how to fix this camera. I know this was a shorter episode. I'm sorry for that. I really did enjoy the episode. I felt like there was a lot of meat to it. I just didn't really have much to say during the episode. I was more just watching and enjoying, and I didn't have a lot of reactions. Those torture scenes, those were pretty brutal. I left in a lot of those. Hopefully I'll be able to leave them on YouTube. But just hard to watch, but also very well done and just gave me a reaction. So that was good. I was a little confused with climbing the ice wall. So I understand, climbing the wall and stuff, but then it looked like only 4 of them made it. And then the 2 of them that made it with Jon Snow and the girl, like, they seemed annoyed almost that Jon Snow and the girl didn't die. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, I know they cut them loose to keep themselves safe, to, keep themselves from dying, which I understand, and I think that's fair. But then when they realized they were going to be okay, they were like, I don't know, they just seemed kind of annoyed. And a couple things. So, why did King Joffrey try to have the imp Tyrion killed? I really still think it was his sister that did it, not King Joffrey. I really think that's to be the truth. But it could have been King Joffrey very easily. As we saw, King Joffrey is fucked up. He's got a fucked up mind. He's just a really messed up child. If he wasn't underage, I'd say more things about him, just about terrible person he is. Nothing weird, but just, I don't want to pick on the children, but he's so perverted and so messed up in the head. I'm so glad Sansa's not marrying him. Even if she has to marry Tyrone, I think that's still the better option between King Joffrey. I mean, Sansa, can we just talk about Sansa for a minute? She's got so many issues. First, she's betrothed, to King Joffrey. He releases her. She doesn't go with Peter Baelish, which maybe she should have. I don't know how that would have turned out, but maybe that was a good choice, to escape and get out. But so she gets free of King Joffrey, but then she gets set up with a guy that's more interested in men than women, and so he's not really. I don't know how to word it without offending certain types of people, but it's not a good situation for him or Sansa if they get married. But the issue is, the Lannister, the king, right? Well, not King Joffrey, but the Mr. Lannister, I'm trying to think of his first name, but having his daughter and King, not King, but his daughter and the imp, Tyrion, having them marry other people, like, that's kind of a rough situation too. And I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to think. I mean, I know it's all, it's all part of different plans about, letting certain people do certain things. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's all a part of the, the kind of the ladder that Peter Baelish was talking about. Can I just say, can we have more scenes with Peter Baelish talking and giving like speeches with different clips happening? That was brilliant and really good. I really like Peter Baelish. I want there to be more of Peter Baelish. I don't even care if he's good or bad. I just like the character. I think he does a great job. The actor does. Very powerful and impactful speech, and it's so messed up, like giving King Joffrey the girl, but at the same time I understand a little bit with Peter Baelish because he was betrayed by her. So, having her killed is one thing. It's just weird that it's the whole King Joffrey is perverted. And I feel bad for the girl that's supposed to get married to King Joffrey because she's going into a rough situation here. I know she wants to be the queen. And again, I'm sorry with names. I'm very bad with names. But I feel bad for her, but at the same time, she knows what she's getting into. So maybe I shouldn't feel bad for her, but this is just brutal. There's a lot happening, a lot to unpack. There's probably still some stuff I didn't pick up on, but I really did enjoy this episode. I've been enjoying this show. There are parts of it that I dislike, but for the most part, I mean, definitely excellent, well done show. There was one scene with Arya, with the arrows, with the scarecrow and stuff, and just the backdrop, it looked like a green screen, and I didn't even show it because I didn't have any reaction to it, but it looked a little bit like a green screen. But the thing that threw me off, the background was just trees. How hard would it be to go out in the woods and film it there rather than using a green screen? I don't know if it was a green screen. I'm not, I can't tell you that for sure. I wasn't there when it was filmed or anything like that. But there's been a couple scenes where it looks like an obvious green screen. And I feel like, granted, the show is a bit older than what we are now in 2023 because it's been out for a while. But at this point, I feel like we're at the stage where green screens can be so good that you don't even notice it's a green screen. And so it's just interesting that there's been a couple scenes where I'm like, I feel like that's a green screen. And again, I could be wrong. I'm sure green screens were used. As far as the specific times they were used, I don't know. But yeah, no, I really did enjoy this episode. There wasn't much that I reacted to per se, and then I didn't say a lot during the episode. There really wasn't, I didn't cut out a bunch of stuff either. There just wasn't much I said, so I'm sorry it's a bit shorter. But hopefully it was still enjoyable. I really still enjoyed it. But yeah, enough rambling. I'll leave you guys alone. Leave you guys alone. I'll let you go. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for those of you that have been sticking with me. Thanks for the new subscribers. We just recently hit 125 subscribers, which is awesome. I am trying to branch out and react to a couple different other things as well. Just more content, the better, I feel like, for you all. And you can pick and choose what you want to watch. I would never force you to watch something you don't want to watch. But, we are going to finish Game of Thrones, 100%. There's no questions. We are going to finish this. I know it's been taking a while to get through some of the episodes. We've had some weeks where I haven't done anything, or I've missed a couple weeks. We've had some ups and downs, that kind of thing. But we are finishing it no matter what. I don't even care if nobody finishes watching the rest of my reactions, because there's enough of you that want to see and subscribe for Game of Thrones. We're finishing it, period. There's no question about whether or not we'll keep going. I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to continue reacting to it. As far as how long things take, I mean, when I go out of town, it's hard to get stuff done. I want to start filming and stuff during the week and then focusing on the editing on the weekends. I feel like that might be a better system. I already do that with RuneScape. A lot of the clips are just shorter clips of me playing the game. But I think we could do it with Game of Thrones. Obviously not shorter clips. I'd still watch it in one sitting. But if I can get in the habit of waking up at like 8 or 7 in the morning and filming an episode, it only takes me an hour and a half or so, depending on how long the episode is and how big of a reaction. 2 hours at the max. So if I get up at 7, that still leaves me with plenty of time to eat breakfast and get ready for work, because I usually don't work till 10:30. It just depends on the day. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you being part of this community. Thanks for your comments last 2 weeks ago, and every time you leave comments. Let me know about this webcam, because I will switch it out for the next week if you think the 721 is better, which it might be. I don't know. I'm trying something new. Let me know if it didn't work. Obviously, the mic situation didn't work, but I think I've got that fixed, and we should be smooth sailing from here on out. So thank you so much. You guys are all the best. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Bye.